Hello students, welcome to our class. So today we start our remaining part of the lesson number 2 for the standard 6 and subject is general science. So in last lecture we start the second topic, that is the living world, and in last some lectures we see these points, that is first we see the growth. These are the characteristic of living things. So first characteristic is growth, then we see the how the food is necessary for the growth of all living organisms. Then we see the third characteristic of the living thing, that is the respiration. It is a also important characteristic of the all living things. Then next characteristic we see, that is the excretion. Okay, we also see the excretion in all living things, that is plant, human beings. And also we see the cellular structure of all living organism, is how the body is formed by combining the number of cells, or how many cells are present in the body. That is the smallest part of the body of all living organism is a cell. So here these cell are of two types, that is the unicellular organism and multicellular organism. So these also we completed in the last lecture. And here we see the next point in your textbook, that is the for lesson number 2. Next point is the institutes at work. But some points or some syllabus will be reduced in your textbook. So this is the part, that is this part also get reduced, means this is not for the exam, so this part will be reduced. So we didn't explain here this point. Okay, so we start the next part in this chapter, that is the uh, useful living things. Okay, so here first question is there: in what way are the plants and animals useful to us? So here we see some plants and animals, how they are useful for all us or for all human being. So uh, these way we see in this para. Okay, so first we see the useful living things. So plants and animals both are the useful for the human beings. So how can they useful to us? So here we see that plants are used for households as well as industrial purposes. Means we know plants are the very useful thing for the all living organisms, or also us, that is the human beings. So plants are used for household. Household means we use the plants in the kitchen as a vegetables, as our food. Okay, and also as a industrial purpose. Industrial purpose, like some parts of the plants are used for making some various material in the industry. We know these papers are formed. All the papers for textbook, notebooks, or all the other papers are formed by using the wood from the plants. So in this way, or also some synthetic fibers also obtained from the, sorry, some fibers means the cloths is also formed by using the cotton, which is get from the plants. So here we see some household and also industrial uses of these plants. If we see the example, fenugreek means methi. Methi, it is a vegetable. Okay, we eat this daily, or this is also included in our diet. So here fenugreek means it is a vegetable, that is a methi. Potato, okra means bhendi. Okra means bhendi. So also the other like apple, banana, these are used as a food. Means some plants are used as a food for the human beings, and some plants are like uh, vaska means adusa. Adusa is the name of the plant. Okay, hida, bheda, asparagus are used as a medicine. Means some plants are used as a medicine and some plants are used as a food. And also if we see the animals, how the animals are useful to us. So animals are also useful to us. If we see the dogs, cats, cows, buffaloes, these are kept for the domestic uses. Means these animals we uh, kept for domestic uses, means in our household uses. We know the dog guard our house, cat catches the rats which are present in our house. So cats also helps to remove the rats in our house. Cows, buffaloes, they gives us a milk. So in this way, these are the animals which are used as a these gives us a domestic use. Domestic use means in our day to day life, these animals are very useful. So also the other animals like fish, sheep, fowl, these are used as a food. Means after they die, the meat of these animals is used as a our food. Means some human beings take a non-vegetarian food. Means in non-vegetarian foods they get such type of meat from the animals, that is fish, sheep, fowl. Okay, so wild animals, the other animals like horses, oxen, camel, these are useful in various occupation. Occupation means for traveling. In the last before age, that is the previous day, if they at that time there was no another vehicles for the transportation, so for the transportation such animals also used, that is horses, oxen. We see also see the some horse cars, oxen cars, camel cars. So these animals are used for the transportation. Means for other occupations these animals are used. So here we see some plants, in which way the plants are useful us. The plants are used as a food and also used as a medicines, or also used in some industrial purpose. In industrial purpose we know various types of cloths, also various types of papers are formed by using such parts of the plants. Also we take various types of food from all these plants. There are various types of ayurvedic medicines, these are obtained from these ayurvedic plants like hirda, bheda, aspergus, vaska means adusa. So some plants are useful in the way that is these are used in a medicine, as a medicine, but some plants used as for a food, and some plants are useful in the way that is in the industrial way. For the also we use this for wood of this plant for the making furniture, some building parts. So in this way these plants are very useful to us. As like plants, animals also useful to us. Here we see some animals like dogs, cats, cows, buffaloes. These are kept for the domestic uses. Means we domestic these are the domestic animals. Means these are the pet animals. We pet these animals at our home. So here we see how the dogs are useful to us. So dogs guard our house. Cats also helps to remove the rats, mice in our houses. Some insects they eat such type of animals. So due to this our house remain is become a clean. And cow, buffaloes, these are gives us a milk. Okay, so in this way these animals are very useful to human beings, that is like a domestic use. And some other animals like fish, sheep, fowl, they are used as a food. Means some non-vegetarian peoples eat meat of these such animals like fish, sheep and fowl. Okay, so some animals, if we see the another animals like horses, oxen, camel, these animals are useful for various occupation. Occupation means for the cow, sorry, which animals, that is oxen are used in the farming, horses are used for horse riding, also for the horse carts, tra- traveling with help of these carts, that is horse carts, camel carts. So in this way we see the uses of animals. Means there are some animals which are very useful. So here we see as like useful animals, there are also some harmful animals or harmful things also, harmful living things also present in the nature. So which are they, which are the harmful sorry, which are the harmful living things are there? If we see the there are some animals like animals and plants, both are seen in the around. Okay, so out of these living things, some living things are very useful to us, but out of this some living things, either it may be plant or animal, these are harmful to us. So here we see the harmful living things. So some animals and plants around us are harmful to man. So which are they? If we see which are animals or plants are harmful, so if we see the example, mosquito and flies. Okay, so if we see the mosquito and flies, so how these are harmful to us? So these mosquito and flies spread diseases. Also we see cockroaches, mice, rats, which are present in our house or home. These animals destroy our food, means they eat this food and become the spoilage of this food due to this animals. Or which living things? Cockroaches, mice and rats. If we see here, okay, these are mice, rats, some spiders are there, okay, like these cockroaches are also there, some lizards. So these animals are very harmful to us because they spoil our food or destroy our food in the kitchen. Also they destroy, mice destroy our grains which is stored in our house. Also the flies and mosquitoes, they spread diseases, means if there is a mosquito bite, it spread the disease like malaria, dengue. So in such way, these are the harmful living things also present in our surrounding. So in which way they are harmful? That is the we see some insects spread disease and some insects or animals destroy our food. Some animals like lice, ticks also spread disease. So some small insects like animals like lice, ticks, these also spread disease by biting these. These animals bite to human beings and through this they spread the disease. So the bites of some poisonous lizard. So there are also some lizards at our home. If the lizards bite to someone, then what happen? The poison from this lizard get inserted to the human beings body of the human beings. Also there are spiders, snakes, so and scorpions. So these living things, when they bite to the human beings, they, due to bite of this, the human beings uh, get a death, means the death of human beings takes place due to such bite of this poisonous lizards, spiders, snakes and scorpions. So if wild elephant enter human settlement, they causes a lot of destruction, means we know some wild animals, these are live in the forest. Okay, in some cases what happen, if the wild animals like elephant, if they entered in the human settlement or the human city villages, so what happen, when they enter at such places, they causes a lot of destruction, means they destroy some houses, some roads, some plants or some vehicles which are present on the road. Okay, so in such a way they destroy destruct some things which are present in the human settlement. Okay, so in this way some animals are very harmful to human beings. In such a way, as like animals, there are some plants, they are also harmful to us. If we see some harmful, how they are harmful to us? So if we see the example, that is dodder, example of plants like dodder, parthenium and other weeds. So such weeds are harmful to us. In which way? If we see the pods of nettle, colocasia leaves causes the itching, means some if we see this picture. Okay, so in this picture, these leaves or some parts of these plants, if we touch this part of the plants, then what happen? Our skin feeling the itching. So also some plants give a strong odor. For example, plants like oleander, plantain have strong odor. Dhatura plant, this Dhatura plant is also very harmful to us. It is poisonous. Okay, so Dhatura plant is also harmful because it is a poisonous. So Calocasia leaves, that is in Marathi we say that it is the अळूची पानं असं म्हणतात त्याला. ओके, सो इन मराठी कॉलिकेसिया leaves is called अळू. ओके, so these leaves, if we touch these plants, this causes the itching of our skin. Okay, so Dhatura plant is poisonous and uncontrolled growth of fungi and algae in water pollutes the drinking water and may cause a spread of disease. Means if such plants like algae and fungi, if the such plants are grown on the water bodies like lake, river, okay, we know the these water bodies are of a source of drinking water. So if such type of plants grow on these drinking water sources, then this water get polluted. So in this way, some plants are also harmful to human beings. Which plants? We see here pods of the nettle, colocasia leaves. These plants causes itching of our skin. And the plants like lantern, oleander, these plants have strong odors. Due to this odor, we feel uneasy. Okay. Also, the dhatura plant. If we see the dhatura plant, this it is the very poisonous plant. Okay. Due to this, we can't touch to this plant. So here, in this way, these are also harmful. Also, we see the fungi and algae. These plants also grow on the pure water. If the such plants are grow uh, on the pure water, then what happen, this pure water source that like river, lake, they become a polluted. Okay, so drinking water sources get polluted due to such plants. So in this way we see as like animals, there are some plants which are also harmful to the human being. Okay, so in this way we see the which are the harmful living things and which are the useful living things. Okay, in harmful living things we see some insects, some animals, and in plants we see some plants which are very harmful. That is, some of these which are the poisonous, some of polluted the water, some of the plants uh, having the poisonous flower. Okay, some of the plants polluted the water. So in this way we see the harmful living things, and also we see the useful living things. Okay, so here we see the next point in your textbook, that is the wild animals. So here which are the wild animals? So if we see the wild animals that hunt other animals for a food are called predators. So here you see the definition of predator. Okay, which are the predator? Predator means such wild animals, they hunt the other animals for their food. So if we see the example, or if we see this picture, tiger, sorry, this is a leopard, that is a lion. These animals hunt the other animals like herbivorous animals like deer, then rabbit. Okay, so such animals get hunted by the wild animals like lion, leopard, tigers. Okay, so such animals which hunt the other animals, these animals are called predator. Okay, if we see the example, which are the predators? For example, tigers, lions, wolves, leopards, these are the wild animals. And sometimes due to deforestation, what happen? Deforestation means there is a destruction of this forest because of cutting the trees in the forest. The forest become destroyed, there are no forest. uh, at the various places in our country, the forest get destroyed, that is deforestation is done by cutting the trees. So due to this, what happen, such wild animals enter the human settlement. Means we also see in the news, the tiger is found seen on the highway. Okay, also some in some villages, what happen, tiger enter in the field or also enter in the human colonies in the village. Okay, such news are also we seen and heard on the media. So why this happen? Because due to deforestation, the house of these wild animals get destroyed. House of these wild animals are the forest. So such forests get destroyed due to deforestation by the human being. So such animals enter in the human settlement for their search of food. So for their food, they may kill the domestic animals or also people. So for finding their food, such wild animals enter in the human settlements and attack on the animals, that is the domestic animals like cow, buffalo, also dogs, cats. Okay, so in this way they attack on the domestic animals, and also in some cases they also attack on the small children's people. So in this way they find their food because of deforestation. So here we you can find out such point. So in this lesson, this part also get reduced, that is find out. This is not is in your syllabus, okay. So if we see the next point, this always remember, these points also get cut from the your syllabus, okay. If we see, these parts also get cut, this is not included in your syllabus, this get skipped. So here we see the next point. In this chapter, which points we learn? So here we see one by one which points we learnt in this chapter. So we see first point, that is, if we see this first, in this chapter we study the living characteristic of living things, that is the growth, respiration, excretion, reproduction, responsiveness to stimuli, movement, a definite lifespan, and cellular structure are the, all of these are the characteristic of living things. Means we study all these characteristic one by one. Which characteristic? Growth, respiration, excretion, reproduction, responsiveness to stimuli, movement, a definite lifespan, and cellular structure. These all are the characteristic of living things. Then we see the second concept, that is the animals grow for the certain period of their life, but plants grow as long as they live. It is a difference between animals and plants. Animals grow for the certain period of their life, means they are not grow up to their death, they are growth up to certain period of the their life. But plants grow as long as they live, means up to the death they can grow. Third point we study, that is the animals have specific organs for respiration, while plants also respire. Through each part? Through the microscopic pores on their leaves and stem. Next point we learn, the process of eliminating waste products from the body is called excretion. Here also we study what is the excretion. The process of eliminating waste products from the body is called excretion. And next point we study, all living things have ability to reproduce. That is the next characteristic. All living things have ability to reproduce. Living things, next point, living things move because of their ability to respond to stimuli, means living things have next characteristic, that is ability to respond to stimuli. Then next point, plants shows spontaneous movement, but they cannot leave their place and go elsewhere as animal do. Means there is another difference between plants and animals, which is the difference, that is the plants also show the spontaneous movement, but it cannot leave, or it cannot move from their places as we do the animals, okay. As like the animals, plant doesn't move from one place to another. The next point, that is the living things have definite lifespan at the end of which they die, means all living things have certain life period, that is the from birth to the death. This time is called death, lifespan, okay. So many animals, next point we see, many animals and plants are useful to us in our daily life. Means in this chapter we study some useful animals and plants. Also we see some animals and plants, they are harmful to us. And also we see the most important thing, that is the smallest unit of living things is the cell. So in this way these points are studied in this uh, lesson, okay. So here we complete our second second lesson, okay.